So.
It's Thursday night, and you're grabbing drinks with some friends. Started off with a picture.
Good morning, Facebook. Welcome to the Dr. Sam Show. I am your host, Dr. Sam. Man, we got an exciting show for you today. Talking about don't be discouraged. It's your time. I'm very excited about this show. I'm going to come from a few different angles. I'm going to put some stuff together. We're going to talk about some stuff. This is a great show. It's just me and my man, Mr. D, in the house today. And we're going to be ready to rock and roll. We're about to go on the air in about 4 minutes. So, hey, this thing is loud in these ears.
I noticed that.
Oh, let me see.
That better?
That's good right there.
Okay.
I can hear what's.
Yeah, I noticed it was cranked up a little bit there.
All right, let me see. Let's see. I don't want to post. Nope. I want that. No, I pressed the wrong one. There we go. Dad, boy, I need my haircut. What's up, Trina from Vegas? She already checking in. Trina be up early. What time is it out there? About 8:30? No, 8 o'clock out there in Vegas? Are you 3 hours behind? Yep, we 3 hours behind. I'm going to give myself a clip for that. I need to get a haircut, man. My hair don't look as sweet as it did last week. I'm going to have to keep my head up like that. Let me...
How much time do you want?
What's up, Delanita Ash? I'm ready.
Okay, we got about a minute.
Oh, that song, We're Winner, Stick to Those. Especially We're Winner in that. You done dropped the paper already, man.
That's what you want?
Yeah, you can add that in the rotation.
Better you? Okay.
Yeah, we could do, stick to We're Winner. And I'm feeling
Right,
Curtis.
Right. Okay.
Somebody finally picked up that flash drive. Look at the Lord.
I tried to see what was on it. It didn't pop up or nothing. So I don't know if the computer wasn't working or...
It might have been encrypted. Might have been encrypted. Never know. Miss Hodges is back. My cousin, the Reverend Chris Mitchell, is watching. What's up, cousin? Let me see here. Let me see. Can I do? Nope. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that yet.
Just a
Closer to the answer when they go head-to-head in Foxborough. Patriots and Dolphins.
Coverage begins Sunday at 1. This game can be heard on Talk Radio 100.7.
The following
What's up, Miss Foster?
Program. The hosts are solely responsible for its content, and the opinions expressed are not necessarily
Said the
those
top of the
QBS
morning, Dr.
broadcasting.
Sam. Loving the shirt.
This is the
Thank
Dr.
you, Ms.
Sam
Hodges.
Show.
I appreciate it.
Your host, Dr. Sam, bringing you prescriptions for your heart, relationships,
Good
money,
morning,
mind,
everybody.
And soul. Now, here's Dr. Sam.
Is this really me?
What's that?
Oh, go ahead. Good morning, America, and good morning, world. Welcome to the Dr. Sam Show, where I'm your host, confidant, and friend, your media BFF in full effect, giving you prescriptions for your heart, relationship, money, mind, and soul. Man, we got a great show for you today, boy. We talking about discouraged. Don't be discouraged, because it's your time. And I'm going to talk about that, and we're going to really roll with that. I decided today... Well, before I get to that, let me tell you about this stuff here. To get in contact with us or call while we on the air, the number is 866-720-1470. I got to remember to say that number. Sometime I'll be getting it in all together, and I don't say that phone number. Our website is www.thedrsamshow.us, because I'm proud of us. And I like to say sometimes USA. Or you can check us out Facebook on Facebook Live, which we are Facebook Live also, family. And also check me out in Toledo Journal every Wednesday under the Ask Dr. Sam advice column, where I'm giving prescriptions for your heart, relationship, money, mind, and soul on there. And also you can check out the podcast on Audio Boom / the Dr. Sam Show, or you can go into the search engine and do the Dr. Sam Show, and they pull up all the shows I have all the way back to 2015 March the 8th. That's how long we've been doing it. This is actually season 4. I should let everybody know that every day. And what's up, Miss Standing Still Walker? Good morning. And also you can follow us on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitter. There's so many of them, I just have to pick some and just, do that. So we got a great show, like I said, for today. It's called Don't Be Discouraged. Your time is now. And I'm really going to lay this out. I didn't do a lot of prep work for this one on purpose because I wanted to come more from my heart and my mind, especially my heart, when I am dealing with these particular topics. And also, I want to thank the McDonald's Corporation being our wonderful sponsors. McDonald's, Toledo Free News, and TLC Design. Matter of fact, TLC Design is one of the companies that make this Millette Media Group thing engine work. And so check out TLC Design. The number is on the chat on Facebook Live if you want to, or you can just go on my Facebook and see it and see who's doing some wonderful work. They're doing a great job for us, of course, and we doing the thing the way it needs to be done. Also, I want to talk about Sambition 2019 that is coming out with a Valentine's Day theme. And I think the subtitle will be Love, Money, and Sex. I haven't totally decided, but it's going to be at Lourdes University on February the 9th at 6 p.m. And it's going to be, I'm going to have guest speakers. It's going to be Delanita Ash, who's our beauty and wellness expert. She's coming in today at the 12:45 hour. Marco, our nutrition and fitness expert, he'll be speaking. And, of course, the Empress of Money, our wonderful money coach, Ms. Rhonda Cobb. They will all be joining me on stage. They're going to hit you with 15 minutes of greatness. And the Sambition thing is almost like, it's like a hype session. It's like TED Talks, a professional sports event, a concert, and a lot of motivation all wrapped into one. So it's going to be very exciting. We getting that together here, and it's going to be at Lourdes University. Like I said, we getting the packages together where you can get the VIP, you can buy the seats, the sponsorships, vendors, and all of that stuff. So we'll be giving that information out here in a little bit. You got about 6 months to go, so we, getting it together now. So I'm really excited about it. I haven't done a Sambition in like 5 years, but it's a heck of an experience, and I really, 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 really like doing those. And also, I want to talk about today our billionaire of the week, Mr. John D. Rockefeller, or the Rockefeller family. I said that because, of course, John D. ain't living, but he was so wealthy. I guess you got to still talk about him. So he's our billionaire of the week, or the Rockefeller family, that is tied to the Rockefeller Foundation. And so he's our billionaire of the week. And so, like I said, we're going to take a commercial break here in a minute. I'm going to mention a little bit about, for those who've been watching the news a little bit, the Bill Cosby handed down sentence. I'll give about 5 minutes on that. And Mr. Kavanaugh, am I saying his name right? Kavanaugh, in that situation, I was talking to the Queen of Poker before she left. She asked me a question, so I think I'm going to just talk about a little bit on the air, because the Queenie comes to me when she got stuff she want to know sometimes. So we about to take a quick commercial break. I don't think I forgot anything. If, like I said, we're live on the radio 100.7 FM, the Cumulus Network, radio network, and also Facebook Live. That's me, the gentleman with the vest and the carnation, Miss Foster, with the flower again. Yeah, I'm have those for a while. That's kind of like my thing. I keep the little carnation. I might have to change them up. And that's me standing there, Facebook Live. So you can chat in Facebook Live and join in the show. I want everybody to hit that share button in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen and invite everybody. Aunt Martha, little Jody, even Billy that stole your ice cream cone when you was a little kid, invite him too, because he's a grown man now. But we're about to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I'm going to talk about this Cosby thing just a bit and answer the Queen of Poker's question. And then we're going to get the Billionaire of the Week, and then I'm going to dig in this topic. This is the Dr. Sam Show. I'm your host, Dr. Sam, and we'll be right back. I think that smell coming in.
Dr. Sam Millett is enriching
great.
people's lives one at a time. Dr. Sam is
That
ready to
smell
help
is
you
strong.
gain
It smells like
perspective
something.
on life, relationships, finances, spirituality, and much more.
Smell like
Tune
somebody
in
disposing of
100.7
somebody.
Every Sunday from 11 to 1. Brought to you by McDonald's. Empowering purpose for life.
Football Sunday on
Let me see.
ESPN Radio.
Drew Brees, it doesn't matter who are the weapons around him. When he gets on the field, he executes at a level that we haven't seen people execute.
Drew Brees and the Saints winners of two straight
Yes.
nights at MetLife Stadium to face Odell Beckham Jr. and the New York Giants.
Beckham, and he's got it! Touchdown!
The Saints and Giants.
We'll join coverage after the first game of the doubleheader. This game can be heard on Talk Radio 100.7.
Boo, 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 boo. I should have put in that I don't own the rights to this music thing. I forgot about that. Can I just say it? I don't own the rights to the music. Yeah, I just
can write it
did.
in
Yeah,
your,
just say Riley Capra. I don't own the rights to the music.
You can write it in the description, I think. I think you can edit
Yeah, you could do it in the. Yeah, but I
when
ain't.
you
I'm,
post it, you can.
yeah, I'm good, man.
Dang.
I hope Mark ain't trying to cut me out. He got enough.
On the Falcon Sports Network.
Every Monday night, it's the Falcons Nest Coaches Show. Coverage begins at 6. Talk Radio 100.7.
Let's see.
Don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
It's Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh, don't do the crowd. Can't jump.
And we're back. This is your friend Dr. Sam, and you're listening to the Dr. Sam Show on this Echo mic inside. And we got a great show coming up for you today, talking about don't be discouraged. Your time is now. I am in the house with my extraordinary engineer producer, and Hugh Hefner's personal nephew. Mr. D is in the building, ladies. Mr. D is back in full effect. He is not going to L.A., at least not yet. And he is back in the building for another season. We are in season 4 of the Dr. Sam radio show, which is unbelievable because between television and radio and writing those advice columns, man, I done put in a few time. I done put in a little bit of time. And so, but it's a joy to do it. Sometimes it's hard, man, because, you know, a lot of this stuff is coming out my brain. And as you can see on film, my head is pretty big, so I got a lot of thoughts. I got a lot of thoughts because my head is a little big, but you know, Mr. D don't care, so we good. So before we get started, though, I want to mention a little bit about this Bill Cosby situation. For those of you that are living under a rock, Bill Cosby got 3 to 10 years. I'd be shocked if he served 1, but he has been charged as basically a violent sexual predator. 81-year-old Bill Cosby, and I have some thoughts on it. I don't, to a degree. I mean, Cosby not going to do hardly any time. We know that. The thing is, though, the thing is, I had a Bill Cosby show a while back. The thing about the whole Cosby situation is like all of this been going on for a long time, and nobody really reported until somebody must have woke up in the morning in the morning time and said we got to get Bill Cosby, and so. That's what his sentence has been handed down to him, 3 to 10 years. I doubt if he even served 1. That's just my personal opinion. And I say take care of it and let's move on, you know. For those of you who know Bill Cosby and his status and everything that goes with it, is a man that's done many things for many people. And a lot of times when you have cases like this, is weighed against what did he do right versus what he did wrong. And a lot of times, especially celebrities, because we actually see them and can weigh what they've done or what they're going to do against any crimes that they committed. And a lot of times, especially fans, we can't see Bill Cosby from Heathcliff Huxtable. We can't see Bill Cosby from Fat Albert. We can't see Cosby from the Cosby Show. It's just a lot of times with celebrities, people don't want to see that because a lot of time how we view celebrities is tied to the fantasy that's in our head or the characters that they play, which is fantasy. And so, you know, when I see cases like that, you know, I'm always questioning the motive. I mean, if he did a crime, he did a crime. I get that part. I'm not talking about, but the whole how the media sensationalizes stuff. And speaking of sensationalizing, this Kavanaugh testimony thing, in my honest opinion, was totally ridiculous. They going back, talk to a woman, and I think it was 40 years ago, Mrs. D, was 40 years ago. And, you know, here's my opinion about that, and I'm giving that today. I'm part of the media, so I'm giving that opinion today, is that the media, for the most part, think the average consumer, customer, citizen, or whatever is plain stupid. They just do, man. They get us caught up in sensationalizing stuff and getting us in an emotional state. Well, this lady said he raped her 40 years ago, and let's say hypothetically he did, or you say he did not. That absolutely has nothing to do with the job he trying to get today and where he at today. Absolutely not. 40 years. Come on, man. 40 years. That, in my opinion, it has nothing to do. Now, if he committed a crime, then he should pay for the crime. And if she didn't report it years ago, then, you know, I don't know why she didn't report it because I wasn't there. But what I'm saying is that if you have a situation or a problem like that, man, to 40 years, I don't see what this have to do with this job this man is applying for now. No matter who he is. It just happened to be Kavanaugh. This could be anybody. I don't see what that has to do with what he's trying to do now, but that's just my personal opinion. So they use it for ratings. I mean, tell them, man, the media, I know. I do television, radio, all the stuff you guys know I do. And this stuff can be planned. It's strategic. It's get the American consumer who comes home from the job, ain't got nothing else to do, and let's get them caught up in this TV thing, get ratings, then charge advertisers enormous amounts of money. When the testimony come out, whatever advertisers you seeing during that time paid a pretty good penny at that network to broadcast that during that time. It's a business. That's what it is. I get it, but I'm telling you, they are insulting the American public and the world's intelligence by bringing on stuff like that. I mean, if you that devastated after 40 years, you should have been and put that man under a rock. And that has nothing to do with his job. So I'm done talking about that part. I'm done talking about that part. What's up, Miss Crystal Good Chick is in the building. Miss Hodges said no evidence. 20 years. Yeah, Miss Hodges. Makes no sense. I know. And we are in the business of not making sense and making a profit off of. Shoot, maybe I need to get in that. So that's what we do. So that's my little thing about the Bill Cosby case and the testimony of Kavanaugh. That's my whole thing with that. And so my billionaire of the week, I'm going to go straight into that, and then I'm going to go to commercial, then I'll come back and we'll get started. My billionaire of the week is the Rockefeller family. Of course, I'm going to do it off of John Rockefeller. He you know, of course, he's dead, but he's so rich until I had to acknowledge at least the family. And for those you don't know, he has a great grandson named David Rockefeller, who's 100 years old, 101. And he's worth about $3 billion just by himself. So, but let me read about John Rockefeller, who I've done a lot of research and study on. Matter of fact, he part of what he does motivates me to keep doing what I'm doing and just don't give up. And one thing I want to say about well, let me read his info a little bit, then I'll give you my comment feedback and some comments on him. John Rockefeller was born July 8th, 1839. He lived to May 23rd, 1937. He lived to be 97 years old. He is like 2 months away from his 98th birthday. Was an American oil industry business magnate, industrialist, philanthropist. He is widely considered the wealthiest American of all time and the richest person in modern day history. Rockefeller was born into a large family in upstate New York and was shaped by his con man father and religious mother. His family moved several times before eventually settling in Cleveland, Ohio. Rockefeller became an assistant bookkeeper at the age of 16 and went into business partnership with Maurice B. Clark and his brothers at 20. After buying him out, he and his brother William founded Rockefeller and Andrews with Samuel Andrews, and they concentrated on the oil refinery rather than drilling. And that's the key. He focused on oil refinery. I'll come back to that in a minute. In 1867, Henry Flagler ended the partnership in the Rockefeller, Andrews, and Flagler Company grew by taking over local refineries. Rockefeller founded the Standard Oil Company in 1870 as an Ohio partnership with William Flagler, Andrews, and Bostic, and silent partner Stephen Harkness. He ran it until 1897. Rockefeller's wealth soared as kerosene and gasoline grew in importance, and he became the richest person in the country, controlling 90% of the oil in the United States at his peak. Yeah, they don't let you do those monopolies no more. Oils was used throughout the country as a light source until introduction of the electricity and fueled by the invention of the automobile. Furthermore, Rockefeller gained enormous influence over the railroad industry, which transported his oil around the country. Standard Oil was the first great business trust in the United States. Rockefeller revolutionized the petroleum industry, defined the structure of modern philanthropy, along with other key industrialists such as steel magnate Andrew Carnegie, and his company and business practice came under criticism, particularly in writing of author Ida Tarbell. Well, let me say this about John Rockefeller. John Rockefeller, let me back up. They said his dad was a coroner. His dad used to sell medicine. Well, it didn't really work. Medicine that helped heal people. He went around the circuses and stuff. So his dad was in and out of the house. His dad would be gone from 3 to 4 to 5 months at a time. And so that almost put John in the position of being the man of the house. And whatever money he made, he would bring it back to the house, for his brother, for his mother and his siblings and stuff to help take care of them. And his dad would come in every now and then. John Rockefeller also was a Christian man, but he was greatly criticized for his business practices. He was a very efficient businessman. He was all about the numbers and trying to cut efficiency. As I said earlier, Standard Oil is a company he started, and they control 90% of the oil in the world, practically, which is considered a monopoly by today's standard. Matter of fact, in 1911, John Rockefeller got sued by the U.S. government, and they wound up breaking his company up in, I think, about 6 companies. That's how you got Exxon Oil, Mobil Oil, and he owned a substantial amount of stock and percentages of those companies. So here's the funny thing, and I'm going to be talking about this based in principle and what the subject matter I'm talking about today. Breaking him up and breaking him down or thinking they were trying to stop him or slow him down actually made John Rockefeller even richer. Matter of fact, him and Andrew Carnegie had an ongoing battle, who was the richest man in the world, and Rockefeller pretty much beat him for the most time until Andrew Carnegie sold Carnegie Steel. He sold his company. He became the richest man at that time in the world at about $300 million. But he outlived Carnegie by like 13 years, so he surpassed him in net worth. He surpassed him in philanthropy, and just, that's just how that worked out. So the John Rockefeller family, and John went into kerosene and gasoline with oil fly down. This man, to be honest with you, and then I'll be done with it, he used a lot of wisdom in a lot of decisions that he made. And he prayed a lot. He prayed a lot about decisions he made, and he always went for what made sense. And I believe up to a couple of months ago when Jeff Bezos of Amazon became the richest human being ever, John Rockefeller had been that for years. So now he's second because Jeff is worth $150 billion, but that's a whole nother thing. So that's our billionaire of the week, John Rockefeller and the Rockefeller family. And now we about to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, man, I'm going to dig in this subject. We're talking about don't be discouraged. Your time is now. This is the Dr. Sam Show, and we'll be right back. The time. Oh. I know it's that late.
Dr. Sam Millette is enriching people's lives one at a time. Dr. Sam is ready to help you gain perspective.
That's what you want, right?
Yeah. Yep.
How about you want to start at the beginning?
You can start. Right there.
Right here?
No, where Tevin just started. Right there.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Giving it your all.
Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today? We a quick break.
Intern here anymore.
Mr. D trying to sweat a brother out of here again.
You're serious?
Absolutely.
Nah, Jeff gonna do that.
Find your next career employee. Introduce yourself to the grads.
You got to walk over here and get a burst of the air right quick.
Determination and experience.
It's pumping.
Oh, is it pumping now?
In an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship.
Ain't gonna be in
They
an
might not
hour.
have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
I won't let you down.
I know. Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
Dr. Sam Millett is enriching people's lives one at a time. Dr. Sam is ready to help you gain perspective on
You gotta
life,
remember to say that
relationships,
phone number, man.
finances, spirituality,
Forget.
and much more. Tune into
bang on that
100.7
phone.
every Sunday from
Yep.
11 to 1. Brought to you by McDonald's, empowering purpose for life.
And we're back. For those of you that just tuning in, you're listening to the Dr. Sam Show. I am your host, confidant, and friend, your media BFF in full effect, Dr. Sam. And we got a great show for you today talking about don't be discouraged. Your time is now, because tomorrow is a better you, better me. That's Mr. Tevin Campbell and Quincy Jones. Boy, that's Tevin's first release when I think he was 12 years old when that came out. I think it was in 91 if I'm not mistaken. I always liked that song, but you know Quincy a bad man. Quincy come out with a platinum album and don't sing one word on it. That's a bad brother right there. So we're talking about today, don't be discouraged. And so this is where I want to start. Like I said, I didn't prep a lot for this one on purpose. I just wanted to speak from the heart. And so I didn't prep on this on purpose. And I just wanted to speak and say what needs to be said and stuff. I see this internet is slowing down a little bit it's on my thing, or it's on this. I don't know if it's on that. But let me go on. So we're talking about don't be discouraged. Your time is now. And that's saying a lot. And I know when people hear the word now and time, they look at it as, okay, it's my time now. It's time to get out. I got to do. I got to be. I got to move. And that's true. But in this day, we talking about something else here, and I want to present it in a different way today. So, hey, Mr. D, let me take a quick commercial break right here. I want to fix it.
All right.
We're gonna take a quick commercial break. I need to fix something right quick, and we'll be right back.
Dr. Sam Millett is enriching people's lives one at a time.